Good evening, welcome to the DBS Sports. We start off with news on cricket. Well, the second round of matches in the Winlot Islands and the 15th tournament bowled off today at the Grosley Playing Field and the Darren Sammy Cricket Ground. At the Grosley Playing Field, home team St. Lucia made light work of Dominica, winning by 6 wickets. Dominica batting first, they were dismissed for 98 with Jaden Joseph top scoring with 19. Aaron Joseph picked up 3 for 20 and Denzel Frederick 3 for 2 for St. Lucia. St. Lucia in reply, they knocked off the runs 100 for 4. Stephen Abram hitting the top score of 32. Kevin Gassi, he remained 24 not out, while Jelani Joseph picked up all 4 wickets for 24 runs. At the Darren Sammy Cricket Ground, Grenada kept their 100% winning record when they defeated St. Vincent and the Grenadines by 119 runs. Grenada batting first got to 174. Rondell Walker, he got 47. Devonnie Joseph 26. Luke Wilson bagged 3 for 22 for the Vincentians. St. Vincent in reply, they were skittled out for 55. Rashawn Lewis 17 and Kevin Gangad Green having a very good tournament so far. After picking up some 5 wickets against St. Lucia yesterday, he picked up 4 for 10 today. Tomorrow is a rest day with matches resuming on Thursday. At Grosley, Dominica plays Grenada, while at the Darren Sammy Cricket Ground, St. Lucia, they're up against St. Vincent. Meanwhile, yesterday in the opening round of that tournament, Grenada defeated St. Lucia by 7 wickets at the Grosley Playing Field, while at the Mindu Phillip Park, not a ball was bowled due to a wet spot within the 30-yard area. It must be noted, however, that all efforts by the local cricket association, along with the Ministry of Sports, to have the match played at the Darren Sammy Cricket Ground proved futile, as the powers that be at the ground could not guarantee a 9:30 a.m. start on match day, despite the early conclusion of the Cricket West Indies Regional 4-day match, the Volcanoes versus the Jaguars, at the Darren Sammy Cricket Ground. The St. Lucia Elite Female Cricket Program got underway last Saturday at the Darren Sammy Cricket Ground. 40 female cricketers selected from the just concluded inter-district female cricket competition, as well as current national female cricketers, attended on the first day. First up, players were engaged in a professional development session conducted by West Indies female team manager Eugenia Gregg. This was followed by batting, bowling and fielding assessments conducted by the local Cricket Association's coaches Eldrick Charles, David Oliver, Philippa Udovic, Royden Cooper and the operations manager of the St. Lucia National Cricket Association. The sessions, which are to be conducted twice monthly, will see participants return to the Darren Sammy Cricket Ground this Saturday before breaking for the Christmas season. Former West Indies back-to-back T20 winning captain Darren Sammy is expected to be part of this weekend's exercise when he speaks to participants on team building. Further afield, Shai Hope started with an unbeaten 146 of 144 balls to help West Indies register their first win on the tour of Bangladesh and also draw a level in the 3-match ODI series. He was ably supported by Kemo Paul, who came in with West Indies precariously placed at 185 for 6 in the 39th over. The duo added 71, taking the visitors home in the final over. Hope's maiden century in a winning cause contained 12 fours and 3 sixes, and it was his timely attack towards the end that flattened the home side. The scores: Bangladesh 255 for 7, Shakib 65, Mushfiqur 62, Thomas he bagged 3 for 54 for the West Indies. West Indies 256 for 6, Shai Hope 146 not out, Rubel he picked up 2 for 57 for the Bangladeshis. West Indies winning by 4 wickets. In football, this coming Saturday, the Maui Valley Football League will be hosting the 2018 finals of the Honorable Sean Edwards Football Tournament. Togetherness Youth will battle Survivals FC in the 3rd place playoff from 5:30 p.m., while at 7:30 p.m., Rovers United will take on Chesters in the Grand Finals. We take a break, but when we return, more sports news and action. Thank you for staying tuned. We come back to cricket with England due to tour the West Indies in early 2019, where they kept faith yesterday with the squad that delivered a test whitewash in Sri Lanka, naming the same 16 players who finished that tour for the series against the West Indies. That means no place for Surrey's Odi Pope, was initially selected for Sri Lanka but left early to get game time with the second-tier Lions side and a reprieve for Kent's Joe Denley. The uncapped 32-year-old was not required during the 3-0 win, but will once again travel as batting cover for the 3 tests ahead of Pope and his overlooked county colleague Jason Roy. Wicketkeeper Ben Foakes was a late addition in Sri Lanka after an injury to Johnny Bairstow and takes his place as a first-choice pick after collecting Man of the Series honours. The 15-man one-day squad also has a familiar look as the countdown to next summer's World Cup continues. Left armour David Willey returns and Mark Wood is included ahead of Ollie Stone, who made his bow in Sri Lanka. England are due to play 3 tests, 5 one-day internationals and 3 2020 internationals on their tour of the West Indies, which starts next month. Squad reads: the one-day international squad. In football, Manchester United manager Jose Mourinho gave short shrift to a question on Tuesday about how he can get the best out of Paul Pogba. Pogba is set to start Wednesday's Champions League match against Valencia, having missed out on a place in the first 11 for Premier League games against Arsenal and Fulham after being taken off in the 2-2 draw with Southampton. Mourinho was asked what he needs to do to coax consistently good performances of the World Cup winner, but he was not happy with the line of questioning. When asked what he hopes for from Paul Pogba, Mourinho replied, "I'm looking for him to play well and to have a good impact in the game and a good impact in the team, a team with many players that don't have many miles in their legs." Pressure on Mourinho was eased somewhat with Saturday's 4-1 win over Fulham at the end of the week, in which his agent Jorge Mendes issued a statement insisting the club is very happy with his client. Mourinho also stressed he has no problem with Romelu Lukaku, speaking publicly about his need to reduce muscle mass and the fact he held frank discussions with the United boss after he was dropped from the side. United take on Valencia knowing their place in the last 16 is assured, although a victory could see them top the group if Juventus fail to beat Young Boys. Mourinho plans to give several first-team squad members the chance to impress, but youngsters James Garner and Mason Greenwood will not be involved from the start. And finally, tonight news on athletics. Well, Budapest will host the 2023 World Athletics Championships, the IAAF has announced. It marks the first time the Hungarian capital will stage a top event, with the city having held the IAAF World Indoor Championships in 1989 and 2004, and the European Athletics Championships in 1966 and 1998. Part of the Budapest bid is the construction of a new 40,000-seater stadium, which will reduce in capacity to 15,000 for future events that will sit on the eastern bank of the Danube River. Next year's Worlds will take place in Doha, before Eugene in the United States will play host in 2021. Now to our thought to take you through the night. Always love your friends from your heart, not from your mood or need. The DBS News continues. Please stay tuned.